What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Coach Jason here. So today we're going to talk about workouts that can propel your cross-country races or your road races to a whole nother level, particularly ones that are rolling hills, okay, where there's fluctuation in pace, where adaptation is key. But not only do these things prepare you, these workouts for rolling courses, but they also prepare you for flat ones as well. So I want to go over these workouts and you let me know what you think. And again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I hope that you enjoy this content enough to do that. I got 400 videos on this channel, all for free. So, but again, today's focus of the day, and you'll see the slides pop up here, okay, is boosting your race performance on courses, particularly rolling courses from cross country or hilly road races, okay, and what to look for, things to focus on while you're doing this, okay. And there's a lot of different things you can do here. So without further ado, let's get to it, okay. The first thing we're going to talk about is speed development hills. What do I mean by that? Is attacking the hills, building leg power, building leg speed, right? And there's a couple different ways to do this. Generally, the speed development hills are between 50 and 100, well, anywhere from 50 to 150 meters, but for this case, 100 to 150 meters in length. Okay, simulate. What do I mean by that? Well, it means if your race course is hilly, simulating these types of hills to feel or look like the race course you're about to run is a good idea. How do you do that? Well, let's go over 150 meter repeats. Okay, first one, you got 100 meters flat into a 50 meter uphill. Okay, so 100 meters flat into the 50 meter uphill teaches you how to get momentum while you're attacking into attacking the hill. Okay, next up is a 50 meter flat to 150 meter uphill, building momentum again, but into a longer hill now. All right, then you have 50 meters flat into 50 uphill into 50 flat. The flat at the end helps you learn how to recover after the uphill and try to get back into your rhythm and your pace again. Okay, very, very important part of racing, rolling racing, especially in cross country. And then you have the 50 uphill into the 50 flat where you recover, and then you go right into another attacking of the uphill. You never really know what you're gonna be encountering in some of these races, especially if it's the first time you've ever run this course before. So being as prepared as you possibly can is a good idea. Okay, now there's a couple of 100-meter options: 50 flat into 50 uphill. Okay, attacking that flat, giving yourself momentum to attack the uphill. And again, attacking the uphill can separate you from some of the people who are running. Some of the people won't be ready for these types of workouts, won't be able to recover and then attack, or attack and then recover. That's why these things are so important. And lastly, 50 uphill into 50 flat. It's 100-meter options. So there's a lot of different things that you could do. All these speed development hills, I mean, you do them once a week, maybe early week, maybe let's just say Tuesday or something like that, or Wednesday, the day after our Tuesday workout, whatever you might think, whatever you might find to be most effective for you and your athletes. These are definitely key pieces of training. Next up, excuse me, going to be 300 to 400 meter hill repeats. Longer hills, another great way of building strength, but doing it in a way where it allows you to capitalize and build and maintain momentum that you do on the flats. So now, these uphills, let's just say whatever rhythm you have on the flats, you want to try to maintain that rhythm on the uphill. It'll be slower pace on the flats, but attacking these uphills is a great way of building some more significant strength now and helping your VO2 max and helping your capacity to handle harder work. And again, learning how to recover after a long hill repeat. Okay, it's a good idea too. And some courses have really long hills, whether it's gradual or not. But these hills, you want to find gradual uphills or gradual downhills. And what do I mean by downhills? Well, you can do a downhill repeats too. Okay, the thing is, with downhills, you want to maintain the upright posture that you do on the uphills, but leaning into it. Okay, staying perpendicular to the hill, so that you're not backing up, leaning back, putting stress on your Achilles, your knees, your lower back, and stuff like that. You want to learn how to crest it, right, with good momentum, and then go down with good momentum. And the good momentum is obviously going to be faster on the downhill as it would on the uphill, and that's okay. But learning how to attack the hills in both directions is absolutely critical. Absolutely critical. Okay, if you can get soft surfaces on these things for workouts, great idea. And again, staying upright, lifting your knees, good rhythm, pumping your arms, all important components of hill running. Okay, this is a key part of the training. Now, the meat and the bread and butter here. Okay, momentum hill repeats. What do I mean by that? Well, there's some different distances: 800s, 1K efforts, 1200s, 1600 meters, 2K. Just giving you 5 here, but there's a progression. Okay, and remember, you could repeat a workout and do it faster. You can add volume to a workout or cut recovery from workouts. There's a lot of different things you can do, and they're all signs of progress. Okay, you can increase volume by adding the distance to the rep, or just doing more reps that you were doing before. So there's a lot of different ways. But again, this helps simulate what a course is going to look like. And again, let's just say you're doing mile repeats and you're running a course, a road racing course, or a cross country course where a lot of the hills are in the middle, well, you can do that in such a way where the repeats you're running, the hills are in the middle of it. Okay, if the hills are in the end of a course, do in the end. If the hills are in the beginning, you do in the beginning. It allows you to really, really prepare for the type of course you're going to run. And again, if you're running course multiple times, this is a way of checking your own progress here and building fitness by seeing how well you're progressing by again adding volume, cutting rest in between the reps, running the reps faster. You can gauge your fitness and your progress and say, okay, we're ready to run a little bit faster now in the same course. But simulating the course as much as you can is a great idea. Building fitness is that ultimate goal. The timing of the reps in the hills, going back to where in the rep the hills are, okay, or even the hills themselves. Timing of it is absolutely imperative. Checking progression in fitness. How do you do it again with the race? Right, particularly if you run faster on the same course you did before, you can time trial yourself or your athletes over the mile, test your fitness, and you'll see. And I've done videos on a 1 mile time trial. It's a good indicator of your accurate fitness. So that's a key thing to do as well. And again, softer surfaces are available. You want to try to not beat up the legs as much as you would on the hard pavement. So the more forgiving you can be on your legs, the harder workouts you can do. So, and lastly, okay, you have flat tempos and threshold. This allows you to not only gauge specific paces, unlike in rolling hill repeats, okay, but it's a great complement to rolling repeats and hills, but also prepares you for track, prepares you for flat racing because you're locking into certain pace ranges, which allows you to more accurately gain specific race and time trial fitness. So and you of course with threshold stuff and tempo, you can build a little bit more significant volume than you would race pace repeats or fast and race pace repeats. So you can do if you're running a 5 mile course, you can do 6, 7 miles worth of threshold work, tempo running. So which allows you to again in a little bit less invasive manner, allows you to continually build fitness and lock into a sustained hard pattern of running for an extended period of time, or with threshold reps, which is slightly faster than your tempo pace, maybe by 10 or 15 seconds per mile, short recoveries for a lot of reps. So these are all, and doing it on the flat again helps you gauge whether it's yourself or the athletes you're coaching to gauge fitness. Helps you to lock in, especially if you like locking into pace ranges and you want to prescribe pace ranges. This is the way to do it. And again, it's a perfect complement to hill running, hill speed development, all this other type of stuff, rolling hill repeats. So I hope you found this helpful. Okay. These are the types of workouts that I highly encourage you to do. If you want to talk about more specifically, leave some comments. Well, if you want me to live stream it, we'll live stream. We'll go over some details. But this one right here, okay, this is some workouts. And again, you don't have to be going into cross country season. Some folks run rolling races on a regular basis all throughout the year. These are the types of things that help prepare you for that. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up and make sure you don't leave without subscribing to the channel. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you next time.